Yo guys, what is going on? Today I got two matches, two rarely used matches against two different opponents. These were two very good matches, and that's why I'm uploading them together. Also because I don't want to keep uploading RU battles over and over again, so I just kind of took the two I have left and then just put them together into one video. And it's featuring the same team: Quiverdance, Lilligant, Honeclaws, Durant, Wall, Almamola, Rotom Cut with a Scarf, Druddigon Offensive, Stealth Rock, and Swordsdance, Lumberry, Gallade. Durant is also Lumberry. I don't know if I already showcased this team on my channel. I know that I was planning to upload on Pokemon Speed Beta a battle with this team, and that's gonna be up a little bit in the future. My opponent is running Moltres, Zangoose, Kabutops, Slowking, Druddigon, and Rotom Cut. So, threats definitely that Moltres. Super duper threat because it can take out Lilligant, Durant, Rotom, and Gallade and Druddigon as well. So it can pretty much take my team to an extent. Almamola can live an HP Grass or Hurricane, but then again it doesn't really enjoy and it takes way over half from that. So nothing on my team is safe from Moltres' grip. Other than that, I think it's pretty much fine. That Rotom might be annoying if I lose my Druddigon, but other than that, really no big deal. So I'm going to assume he's going to lead off either with his Druddigon or with his Rotom. So I'm going to lead off with my own Druddigon because I know that I'm faster than his because I run a little bit more speed EVs than most Druddigons do. And Rotom is just walled cold, my Druddigon. So he does lead off with Rotom. I'm going to lead off with my Druddigon as I stated before, and I'm going to get free rocks because he doesn't have a spin. Well, he does in the form of Kabutops, but I think I can play around that well enough so that I cannot spin again. So I think I can take a hit, so I'm going to go for a Dragon Claw, but turns out that I die. I don't know if he's modest or if Timid would knock me out. I kind of overestimated Druddigon's bulk, but well, I guess it kind of failed in this scenario. I'm going to get to my Rotom to threaten it, to show him that I'm Scarf, and I am indeed Scarf. I'm gonna go for a Volt Switch, predicting the switch. He makes a good switch into Rotom because it can get initiative on his side as well. I'm gonna go for a Protect to Scout, and I see he goes for a Volt Switch, so I can get a Toxic on something because that's gonna be very useful. But he gets a crit and kills me, so fuck, hacks me more, emo. Anyways, he goes into his Druddigon, and at this point I'm gonna go to my Lilligant because I want to put something to sleep. So I managed to put this thing to sleep, and Druddigon is just sitting there comfortably. And at this point, I'm gonna get to my Gallade, hoping he doesn't wake up and that I can get probably a Swords Dance up or whatever. But what do you know? He wakes up first turn, gets a Dragon Claw off, and I'm like, well, he's gonna Sucker Punch, but Shadow Sneak would not have done anything regardless. So there's that. I'm gonna go to my Rotom, and I'm gonna trick this thing a Scarf because it's really the worst thing on his team at the moment because it can threaten pretty much everything I have left. Durant doesn't really enjoy taking a hit, and if he does take a hit, he's not gonna sweep anytime soon because he has priority. I let my Rotom die, and at this point, I'm gonna get to my Durant. I know he's logged into Dragon Claw, so I know his Rotom is Scarf and he's faster, but I know also that I can take one hit, so I take the opportunity to set up a Honeclaws. He goes for Full Switch, doesn't kill me, and something has to die to an X-Scissor. Moltres, if it comes in, I'm faster. I can just go for another one, and it's all gonna be fine. So Kabutops is sent in to die, so there he goes. No Rapid Spin for you, buddy. He goes for Volt Switch, and it's at this point that I'm losing 5-1, and I only have my Lilligant left. He goes into his Moltres, and at this point, I think he's modest, but even if he's not, I need to win the speed tie and put it to sleep. So, I win the speed tie, possibly he might be modest, judging by the damage, I really don't care. And I'm gonna go for a Quiver Dance. Now, he makes a huge mistake, and he stays in with his Moltres, and he sacks it, so he pretty much sacked his Sleep Fodder. What this is gonna enable me to do is just he's gonna send something else in, and that thing is gonna be put to sleep. Not Rotom because I don't want to be tricked, so I just straight kill it off with an HP Rock, and Rotom goes down. So, he goes into his Druddigon, and this is what I want to put to sleep. He goes for Sucker Punch, predicting my move, and I went for a Sleep Powder, but I missed. So now I know he's locked, so I'm gonna take the opportunity to go for another Quiver Dance to boost up to +2, so that I can take out his Slowking, and that is exactly what happens. He's going to send that thing in. I just click Giga Drain, and Slowking gets straight up annihilated. So, good night, Slowking. Have a nice rest on his goddamn Pokeball. Faggot! Get out of here. Anyway, he goes into Zangoose. He might go for a quick attack. I really don't care. I know I can take it. And I'm gonna go for a Giga Drain, take this thing out. And the only thing he has is his Druddigon. And even if he Sucker Punches, I know it's not gonna kill. So I can just go for a +2 HP Rock and clean up this game. So I was losing fucking 5-1. I was getting straight up hexed, but I really didn't give a shit. Lilligant for the win. And that is the power of fucking Lilligant, ladies and gentlemen. So, that'll be all for this game, and let's jump to the next one. This time my opponent is running a Hail team, and this match was... I mean, it wasn't the best of matches overall, but it was pretty intense until the end, and the game probably could have gone both ways until one point. You'll see why. Anyway... Snover, Rotom Frost, Druddigon, what the fuck, Quillfish, Cryogonal, and Spiritomb. So that Spiritomb straight up walls my Gallade and my Druddigon at least. And Quillfish also dents my Durant pretty decently and stops my Druddigon, kind of, and my Gallade too, because yes, Taunt, you guys will see later. But looking at potential threats, Rotom Frost is gonna be fucking annoying because it's Scarf. It punch holes through my team pretty much because I have 1, 2, 3 guys weak to Ice, 1 weak to Electric, Durant is frail as fuck, and then I have Gallade. So that's pretty much it. Looking at leads, definitely the Snover, and since nowadays people run Focus Sash Snover all the time, I'm gonna lead off with my Rotom Cut because I know that eventually he'll have to get his Sash broken, and that's exactly what I want because Lilligant might come in later or Gallade and straight knock this thing out because his Sash is broken. So he goes for Protect to scut if I'm leftovers, if I'm Scarf. Smart play on his behalf. And I'm gonna go Volt Switch into my Alomomola, predicting the Blizzard. And I'm going to see the Giga Drain coming because, yeah, that's what most Snovers run anyway. And I'm gonna go to Gallade to take it because it's probably the best thing I have to take, a special defensive hit, and Druddigon would straight up be annihilated by a Blizzard in the next turn. So, I don't want to play any games, I want to go straight for close combat. I want to show him that I'm not really good at predicting Spiritomb because I want to try and get some Toxics on this thing later on with Alomomola. I'm going to switch into it as I'm speaking, and he goes for Will-O-Wisp, he burns me, really no big deal. And at this point, the switch to Quillfish, it's pretty damn obvious. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull off a double. I'm gonna go to my Lilligant, and as he goes into Quillfish, so I get pretty much a free sleep powder on whatever he wants to fodder. So that's exactly my plan right here. I'm gonna put something to sleep, and he decides to switch his Druddigon in, probably hoping that I would miss, but such thing doesn't happen luckily. And Druddigon is put to sleep, so at least Stealth Rocks will not be up for now. And I'm gonna switch, I think, to my own Druddigon. Yes, I do, because I'm faster and I can just Dragon Claw. However, I think he's gonna switch to Quillfish. So what I'm gonna do is go for the Earthquake, and he does make the switch into Quillfish, so that is very, very nice. I catch this thing on the switch in, and judging by the damage, he will get knocked out by Hail on the next turn after my Earthquake. So I'm almost about to click Dragon Claw, but I did not want to risk it. I just went for an Earthquake, and Cryogonal gets a safe switch in because of Levitate. So I have a pretty safe switch into this thing because my Alomomola is already burned. He goes for Blizzard, and yep, Alomomola is just chilling out of here. He goes into his Cryogonal, goes for Blizzard. Well, he went into it the previous turn, whatever. He's going to Quillfish. I think I predict that yet again, and I double out into my Gallade. Yeah, that's actually very good because I can go for Zen Headbutt and kill this thing off. But then again, his Spiritomb is there, so he walls me. I really just wanted to get Quillfish out of the way so that he cannot set up spikes. And he gets a safe switch in yet again to Spiritomb, so he's making good, reliable defensive plays at least. I'm gonna go into my Alomomola, and he goes for Foul Play, doesn't do anything at all. And I'm like, well, yeah, I'm just chilling here, just sitting comfortably. And I'm going to pull off a double again into my Lilligant, predicting his Quillfish. I'm just straight up getting all the Quillfish double switches. This is very nice for me. And at this point, I think I go for a Giga Drain, don't quote me on that. He makes his switch into Snover to take it, which is kind of good, I guess. And I should have gone for a Quiver Dance on this turn. The game would have probably been over had I gone for it, but I don't know. I guess I derped. I was afraid of the Blizzard or Ice Shard. I really don't know what happened. I should have gone for it. I didn't. He now is gonna go for an Ice Shard. Doesn't do anything, and I take this thing out with an HP Rock. So had I gone for the fucking Quiver Dance, his Rotom Frost would have been slower than me, so this would have ended up in a dead Rotom. But since I was a pussy and I did not go for it, I need to sack my Olomomoli. He predicts that very nicely, goes for a Thunderbolt. But this gives me another free switch into my Lilligant. I'm gonna go for a Giga Drain, try to get some HP back because his Spiritomb probably has priority and I saw it coming in straight away. I think I might go for another Giga Drain to get some HP back again so that I can live any kind of hit. But it turns out that he goes for Foul Play and he's going to get a critical hit, which straight knocks me out. I think the crit mattered, but whatever, I'm not gonna complain. He's winning this 5 against 4. And my Rotom's just chilling out of here. He goes for a Shadow Sneak. It probably would not have knocked out my Lilligant now that I look at the damage on this Rotom. But, hey, what are you going to do? I kill this thing off, even out the score, and I'm going to go to my Durant to lure him into going to Skullfish because I really cannot go into anything that doesn't lure Quillfish in because Druddigon gets intimidated and you cannot do too much back to Quillfish. Even though Earthquake does a little bit, I think Quillfish might have Pain Split. But that's what I'm going to go to Druddigon. I predict the switch to Cryogonal and go for Dragon Claw. It is a nuisance because he's going to get 2 layers of spikes, but other than that, it's just fine because I don't think even 2 layers of spikes are going to be that much of a problem because we're pretty much in the late game situation and he only has 3 Pokemon left. I have 4 and the game is pretty much coming to a close. I'm going to go for a Sucker Punch because I need damage on this thing in order to take him out with either Rotom Cut Speed Tie or with Gallade's Shadow Sneak or Close Combat or whatever, depending on what I want to, if I want to take a Blizzard or risk a crit. I go into my Durant hoping that I can live, and I can, and I luckily do not miss the Iron Head, so Rotom Frost gets taken out, and this is the turning around of the game because having Rotom Frost gone, I know that my Gallade sweeps. So I'm gonna go into Hone Claws, predicting him to double switch into his Druddigon to take the hit and plus Rough Skin damage or Hail will knock me out, but he doesn't do that. He just goes for Blizzard, and I really don't care at this point. I'm just gonna go for a Close Combat. I take out the Cryogonal. He could have gone into the Druddigon to do pretty much the same thing I was hoping he would do in the previous turn, but he didn't. He now goes into his Druddigon, which is asleep. I'm gonna go to my I'm gonna go for Close Combat, not wanting to risk the first turn Wake on the next turn plus the Sucker Punch kill. But he's gonna go for a Sucker Punch, and it's gonna fail because he's still asleep. Oh, well, never mind. He really doesn't even go for it. So even if he did, I know that my Rotom would have been able to take out the Druddigon regardless with the Leaf Storm. So that was a very good game. It ended up being a 1-0 due to the I think Rough Skin damage. Yes, Rough Skin. So I hope you enjoyed these 2 battles. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you all later, bitches. Peace.